Did you know that 85% of men can't identify when they are being cheated on? Shocking, isn't it? But don't worry, because today I'm going to share valuable information that could completely change the way you view your relationship. Before we dive in, if you want to become an expert at understanding the female mind and transform your love life, don't forget to click the subscribe button and activate the notification bell. This way, you won't miss any of my videos packed with tips that could save your relationship or help you find a new one. Now, let's get to the point. Men, pay close attention, because what I'm about to reveal might be the key to unlocking the darkest mysteries of female behavior. Have you heard that women are masters at hiding their true intentions? Well, that's not just a myth. In fact, when it comes to infidelity, women are much more subtle and cunning than men. While you, dear viewers, might leave obvious clues when being unfaithful, we women are capable of concealing our actions with a skill that borders on artistry. But don't despair. Today, I'm going to reveal the 6 phrases every woman says when she's cheating, but that go unnoticed by most men. And what if you discovered that your partner's behavior is trying to tell you something you've never noticed before? Do you really know what's happening in your relationship? Has your woman ever said any of these 6 phrases I'm about to reveal, and you didn't even suspect a thing? Don't miss a second of what's coming, because this information could be the difference between living a lie or discovering the truth that could change your life forever. Without further ado, let's begin. Number 1, so-and-so understands what I'm going through so well. When your partner starts to repeatedly mention someone else, especially in a positive and admiring tone, it should raise a red flag for you. Phrases like, so-and-so understands what I'm going through so well, may initially seem like a harmless observation, but they are often much more significant than they appear. Such comments are a sign that she is beginning to build an emotional connection with that person, establishing a bond that could deepen over time. This phrase is not just a simple comparison, it's a subtle way of planting the idea that there is someone outside the relationship who understands her more deeply and accurately than you do. This could be a precursor to emotional or even physical involvement, suggesting that she is distancing herself from you and seeking comfort in someone else. If you notice that she frequently compares you to so-and-so or praises this person excessively, it's crucial to investigate who this so-and-so is and what role they play in her life. Pay attention to the signs and take steps to better understand the situation and preserve what remains of your relationship. Number 2, don't worry, I'm just going out with some friends. The phrase, don't worry, I'm just going out with some friends, may initially seem like an innocent and straightforward statement, but it often hides deeper layers of complexity and potential dishonesty. When someone is engaged in deceitful behavior, they frequently resort to seemingly plausible and routine excuses to mask the truth about what's really happening. This kind of statement is often used to ensure that you don't have any suspicions or doubts while she engages in activities outside the home that may not be as harmless as they appear. This excuse can serve as a strategy to avoid any discomfort or questions from you, creating a facade of normalcy that conceals underlying intentions or behaviors. If you notice that this statement is being used frequently, or if you observe inconsistencies in the stories and details about these outings, it's essential to pay attention. The repetition of such excuses and the lack of clarity in the narratives about her commitments may be signs that something is amiss and warrant closer investigation. It's crucial to be aware of these subtleties to protect the integrity of the relationship and better understand the situation. Before continuing, an important notice: have you ever imagined sending a magnetic text message to a woman and generating in her an uncontrollable desire to be with you just because of that sentence? You may be wondering, what phrase is this? These secret messages awaken uncontrollable desire in any woman. I'm talking about magnetic messages that psychologically invade her brain and mess with her emotional side, making her think about you all the time, even if she has a boyfriend or only sees you as a friend. Warning: if you send this message to a woman, she will quickly become excited and desperate to see you at any cost. If you don't want this woman to fall in love with you, don't use this message. You can click on the first link below and download right now these secret messages that will make her obsessed with you, looking forward to the next date and dreaming about you day and night. Number 3, I need more space for myself. When your partner expresses the desire for more space for herself, it might sound like a legitimate attempt to seek a healthy balance within the relationship. However, it's crucial to dig deeper into what this statement might actually imply. In many cases, this need for space is used as a justification to distance herself and spend more time away from home, possibly with someone else, without raising suspicion. This request for space may be a subtle strategy to create opportunities for behaviors that are not necessarily in line with the fidelity or commitment expected in a relationship. The request for more space might initially seem like a legitimate desire for individuality or self-development, but if it starts to manifest as a tangible emotional or physical distance, it's a clear sign that something might be wrong. It's important to monitor whether this space is being used for activities not shared with you, and if there is a noticeable change in how she interacts with you. Be alert to any signs that this space is becoming a way to avoid communication and contact, and be aware of how it might impact the relationship as a whole. Number 4, I'm working late tonight. One of the most common and frequently used excuses for absences is work. If your partner starts to repeatedly mention that she is working late or doing overtime, this can be a red flag that deserves closer investigation. This phrase might seem like a reasonable explanation for her absence and for extended periods without communication, but it often hides something deeper and potentially problematic. When this excuse becomes a regular occurrence, it's crucial to pay attention to the nuances of the situation. The claim that she is working late might actually be used to cover up secret meetings, extended periods away from home, or even clandestine relationships that are not immediately evident. It's important to observe any sudden changes in her routine and how she reacts when you ask questions about these extended hours. Check for inconsistencies in the stories she tells, and if these overtime periods coincide with other suspicious behaviors, how she handles your doubts and the explanations she provides might offer crucial clues about the truth of her justification. Number 5, I think we need some time apart. When a woman suggests that you need some time apart, the phrase might initially seem like an honest attempt to address and reflect on issues in the relationship. However, the true meaning behind this statement can be quite more complex and even concerning. Requesting a break or space often serves as a justification for creating emotional and physical distance between partners, thus providing an opportunity for an extramarital affair to develop without the constant interference of the partner. This request can act as a strategy to test the other's reaction, set the stage for what might come next, or even alleviate any guilt she might be feeling for being involved in infidelity. This separation can provide a convenient and discreet space for her to explore new relationships or satisfy desires that are not being met within the current relationship. Be attentive if this suggestion for separation comes up suddenly without a clear context or prior discussion justifying such a need. This abrupt change in behavior or desire to distance oneself may indicate that there is more at play than just a desire to resolve issues. The manner in which this proposal is made and the frequency with which it is brought up can offer valuable clues about her true intentions. Number 6, you deserve someone better than me. When a woman says, "You deserve someone better than me," this phrase can be loaded with intense emotional weight, including feelings of guilt, regret, and a desire to ease her own conscience. This statement may serve as a subtle sign that she is aware of engaging in inappropriate behavior, such as an extramarital affair, and is trying to justify her actions. By saying this, she might be indirectly setting the stage for a possible separation or creating a justification for her future actions. This phrase is often used as a way to evade responsibility, giving her a moral exit by implying that the problem lies not in the current relationship, but in her own inadequacy to be with you. The idea is that by acknowledging her own shortcomings, she is trying to ease the acceptance of separation or lessen the emotional impact of her actions. What may seem like an expression of humility or self-reflection can, in reality, be a way of recognizing the wrongdoing without directly admitting to the betrayal. This statement can be a clear indication that she is aware of the harm she is causing, but at the same time is trying to redirect the blame and responsibility onto herself. If you hear this phrase, it's important to consider that there may be a much deeper and more complex subtext behind these words, potentially related to dishonesty and involvement in something she knows is wrong.